Look what I have on here, ladies and gentlemen. This is whatsit wood, because I have no clue. It is the butt end of a stump with the roots somewhat still attached. I have a plate on the back of it. I will make a quick tenon on here so I can make it more secure. It's not too bad right now. And I'm going to try to bore in here to find some decent wood so I can put my live center in here. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to do as little as possible. What my plan is to shave part of it, but leave part of it raw, and then hand sand it all up. Leave some of the dark. I see some kind of a little ring around here. I hope it's not a wire buried in there. But we will see. This hump needs to come off so I can make the bottom round. And I will attempt, if it stays together, to make a vase. Not too bad. I'll just go nice and easy till I get that tenon on there. And then we'll go from there. I'll put you in the tripod. That's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. This could be a piece of walnut. Not sure. Looks kind of dark. Kind of so, kind of not. I can't get the light right. Hold on. Kind of dark, kind of not. We'll see. I'll keep chipping away at it. Okay, now kiddies, I'm just showing this part. This is mainly rotten. I ran into an issue with my tenon. I made it too big for one set of jaws and too small for the other, and then when I tried to make it smaller, I ran into the screws. So I need to make some tail support of some sort down here. I'm only videotaping this to show you what not to do. So take it as that. I'm using a very fine, a very light cut pointy carbide bit. I slowed the speed back down. rid of that chunk. I actually think I hit some firm wood. Talk about a tight grip on your tool. Just saying. Alright, I got a little bit in here. It seems okay to dig a live center into. I think I'm going to dump a little CA glue on there just to firm it up. And I only need to put it between centers to finish up my tenon, so it's not going to be between centers very long. But I see your center point. I'll bring up the tailstock. Well folks, I have to apologize a little bit. I was concentrating so hard on this project that I forgot to turn the camera on. So we got our center set up. I got it between centers. I cut a new tenon on it and proceeded to smooth it out. I want to do just a partial, and I want to leave it natural. I'll do a little hand sanding on it to make some bright spots and dark spots, but a little bit more scraping and some sanding, and I think I'm going to call this good on the bottom. It kind of is coming up with the effect that I wanted. So I'll leave some natural and then some with the, well, I guess it's natural also, but the fresh cut wood and the old weathered wood. So I'm just going to scrape this a little bit. I got a little hump right here. I'm going to scrape this some and get it smoothed out. It's cutting pretty good, and then we'll get to the sanding part. I'll be sure to try to turn you back on. Be right back. Oh, it's kind of nice by all the fins spinning. I got a nice little breeze going. That will work for me. We got quite a bit of sand, and I'm going to start with some 80 grit. It's pretty rough stuff. Okay, what I'm doing here is a #1 cardinal rule. I still got my tool rest set up, and you're not supposed to do any sanding with your tool rest in the way because you could get your hand jammed down there. I got it perpendicular to the piece, and I am using it as a guide and a reminder not to get my sanding past here, or I could get thumped by one of these babies. So I'm using it as a guide to help keep my hand out of the danger zone. Let's see what the 80 grit does. It's actually doing pretty good. I got a lot of sanding to do on it. I think I'm going to use my drill and 80 grit disc and be a little faster and slow the speed down. Turn you back on when I get it sanded up. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm taking a brand new clean wire brush that doesn't have any grease on it and brushing all this loose dead stuff with the grain, so when it scratches, which it does, it will be with the grain. Just going over and over it and trying to smooth it out. Somewhere around here I have a round brass brush that would do this awesomely, but you think I could put my hands on it? No. So I'll go over it like this with the real sharp steel brush, and then I'll come back over it with the softer, clean brass brush. And it smooth things out, and where it's really rough and nasty, I'll hit it with a little sandpaper. And I'm just trying to get the... It's changed the color in a few spots. See the reddish hue? Which is kind of cool. But for the most part, it's leaving the natural weathered color. And just kind of getting the loose dust and the nasties off it, and the dirt, mildew, whatever. Can you see the cloud of dust? That's nasty. So I'll keep doing this and then put lots of air to it and then put finish on it and see how it looks. I think it's going to turn out pretty decent. And then we'll attempt to hollow out the inside a little bit so it can hold some flowers, or at least like a glass vial. You could actually put fresh flowers in it. But I'm kind of liking this. Looks like a nice piece of driftwood, or an old piece of pine up in the mountains or something. Sure wish I could find that rotary brush though. Be a lot easier and a lot quicker. Alright, I'm going to continue on this. When I get ready to put some finish on it, I'll turn you back on. Stick with me. Hit the like button and share it once or twice. It's a click of a button. It'll go right to Facebook. It really helps. See you in a minute. Alright, let's get some color on this thing. I got it all sanded up butter smooth. Of course there's some pits and rots up on this end, like this piece. I'm going to have some more sanding, but I'm going to think about it, how much I want to round this off, if I just want to ease the corners or if I want to try to make it look natural. So I'll just wait on that for a bit. But I can tell right now this is probably going to take a lot of finish. I like the tone of this wood. Nice pleasing brown. Kind of an antique brown. I want to get around to that red spot and see what that looks like. Kind of liking it. That red's got a nice hue to it. Kind of almost a burgundy. And I'm going in multi directions trying to get everything filled in for the first coat. either preserve or run away, run out, preserve, or kill any bugs that are in there, because you never know. I've had some pieces that actually squirted a bunch of Raid into a trash bag and then put the piece in there to kill the little critters. There were some powder post beetles, and you don't want to get that anywhere around your shop or your house, or so you got to be careful. Carpenter ants, all kinds of stuff in this funky wood. Wood roaches, yuck. They look just like a cockroach, but a little less creepy, I suppose. Spiders. So never go in this stuff without a weapon of some sort. Right? I'm kind of liking this. Okay, here's the red spot. The spot I've been waiting for. Okay, I'll tease you a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that hue. Nice rich brown burgundy color. A little bit of black, a little bit of brown, a little bit of red. I like it. I hope the color stays the same. Sometimes the wood changes, but usually when you get a finish on it, it preserves the color pretty good. Well, I delivered that bowl to my neighbor the other day. I got quite an unexpected reaction. He and her were very pleased to receive it. And I guess some other neighbors or friends mentioned to him, hey, you should ask them. I don't even think they knew I made bowls and stuff, but some of their friends say, hey, you should ask them for a bowl or something. But they felt weird about it, so they didn't ask, which is cool. It means that, you know, they gave me all that firewood. It's the least I could do is make them a little something for a thank you. But it was very well received. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm really liking this piece. Maybe this would be a keeper too, I don't know. But I suppose for the right price, you know, anything can be had. Well, not anything, but... Okay, well, I won't bore you with any more of this part. I'm going to put a couple of coats on here after this dry, probably tomorrow morning or tomorrow day sometime. Just got my lawn tractor going, so I've been catching up on the lawn. It was getting pretty hay-like. And then of course after that you got the major cleanup. So in between cutting the lawn I'll be putting coats on. Alright, I'll turn you back on when we're on to the next part of this gig. Looks pretty cool. See you in a minute. Well, that's pretty awesome. I was right in the middle of starting my interior cut and the power went out, so I had to run out and see if the FBI was showing up. Kind of dangerous. We'll turn you back on when the power comes on. Thanks for hanging in there. Okay, 2 days later, power's back on. Still only hitting on one wing. Alright, this is going to take a minute. I'll turn you back on. Alright, I'm going to set up the drill bit and drill out that center, try to get down to some decent wood. Sticky situation. I really need to get my fence, my tool rest down a little lower to get a smoother, less punishing cut, but I can't because I got little wings and stuff underneath it. So I guess got to grin and bear it, so to speak. The more I take this back, I want to take this back, get rid of some of this back to here. That way I'm hitting here. I just got to be careful not to go too far. I'll whittle away at it and turn you back on. Nothing like pushing your skill level a little bit, right? Got my fence a little lower. I am getting a smoother cut, believe it or not. got rotten punky wood mixed in with decent hardwood, so it's making a rough go of it. But I'm plunging in very slowly and just kind of letting the wood take itself where it wants to. Turn you back on when I get it wowed out a little more. Hey everybody, I had to take a little pause, and I got some deep cracks and stuff up on top, so I put a bunch of CA glue down those cracks, and you can see I actually got some soaking through to the inside, so those cracks are pretty deep. I had to did that so I wouldn't have to worry about it falling apart after I took it out of the chuck. So let's get back to carving on it. Alright, I think I'm going to switch over to my carbide cutter and see what I can do with that. That's a little better. I'm having trouble getting my fence far enough in there. Let me see if I can reconfigure something. It's just the way the math works out about the mouth size and how deep it is. So let me see if I can reconfigure it and get it in there deeper. Okay, so let me jack you up a little bit. This is what I've decided to do for now to help with the balance. Going back to the outside and try to take some of this bulk away, because that's my main problem. I got it where I can cut this little nub here, which I like, is going to be sacrificed, be gone. And if I cut into here, I can take the bulk all the way to here before I hit anything else. I'll just touch this. All this will be missed. That will be missed. All this will be missed. And then we'll come back around and make our cut. So basically what I'm taking off is this big bulky hunk, this nub, a little bit of this, and I think that will bring the weight back where it's manageable and take out some of the vibration. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to have to cut very lightly. Keep a grip on everything. Everything's tight. We'll see how that goes. This here will probably end up breaking. You know what I should do is just saw that off and save the shock of it breaking. Let me see where we're at. Yeah, probably 100% of that would be gone. So I'll get the saw out and nip that off to start with, so hopefully it'll stop it from breaking and splintering. My trusty quick cut. Love this saw. Great for a trim carpenter. See how rotten and dry? Piece o' cake. So there may be hope for this piece yet. And then I'll see how the balance works. And then I'll make my decision on getting a big Forstner bit. Scratch. Hit the scratcher. right there, and just touching this. That's about what I want. I'll taper this back a little bit. Let me get a little better safety setup here. It's kind of tough when you can't see what you're cutting. Just saying. I'm getting what I want though. Got most of this gone right here. Let me see if I can reconfigure and get a little closer to this. It's kind of iffy. I might have to get the grinder out and just finish this up. We'll see. I'm not beyond that. Alright, I'm going to nip the end of this off with the saw. I don't need that breaking. A little bit more. Yep, I'll angle that later. Alright, let's finish up this little piece. Maybe touch this a little bit more and smooth it out, and then I'll get my sander out. And I don't want to touch this at all if possible. Yeah, I think we'll just miss it. Sweet. I'd like to not touch that too, so we'll see how it goes. That's closer. I think it's side grinder time. You can see how dried out this wood is. There, now I can hit it with my regular sander and the finer grit, and I think that'll work. Softening up the edges. I don't want to touch that, that's too pretty. I think we'll call that good. I'll get my regular sander out and hit it. Ease up this corner a little bit so it's not so sharp, and go from there. I'm still going to have to get a Forstner bit for the inside though. Okay, the name of this video segment is Lesson Learned. I got my sander out, and some genius just threw all the Velcro sanding discs all in the same drawer, and a lot of them don't have it printed on the back what grit they are. You have to feel everyone. So I was running low, so I ordered me up a new batch, and I paid attention to the videos. Now I kept them separate from the factory, so it'll be much easier picking my sandpaper for sanding. So that's this segment. Don't be a dummy. Okay, I got her all sanded up on the outside. I got all the edges softened. I have to get me a Sando Flex, like my main guy uses, Phil Anderson. Go check out his channel, it's pretty awesome. Not sponsored by anybody, but he gives some great hints where to get tools and stuff and finishes and sanding devices like the Sando Flex. So I'm going to get this coat of finish on here, and I won't keep you too awful long. I'll call this the end of part 1. I will definitely do a follow-up quickie video, maybe part of another video showing the finished product on the inside and the outside. But I'm for a dried up piece of root, the shape and the color of this is turning out awesome. Almost went into the fire pit. I had it in my hands like 3 times because I'm cleaning up my house to sell, to move up to my dream house with my girlfriend in northern Michigan. That's why I renamed the channel, and I'm going to be having a lot of renovation videos and homestead videos and planting a garden and raising a cow and feeding the chickens and real life stuff like that, the dream life, so to speak. So I've been doing a lot of house cleaning. She's been actually doing more work than I have been, bless her heart. Great motivator when you see somebody else cleaning up your mess, to get off your butt and get in, you know, get after it and get it done. I appreciate that very much. So I'd appreciate you hitting the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, please. I'd like to grow this channel. It's been growing pretty good over the last few weeks, maybe a month. I've gotten quite a few new subscribers, and I don't know, maybe we'll have some kind of a giveaway when I hit 2,000 subscribers. Wouldn't that be awesome? Maybe a nice bowl off the lathe or something. Yep, I said it. Now I'm committed. Unless I delete this portion of the video. But I think this is going to be a cool looking vase or candy bowl or candy dish or whatever somebody decides to do with it. If I sell it, may decide to keep it, I don't know. But I really like this kind of stuff. And when I get to northern Michigan, I'm going to be a lot closer to the lake shore. Maybe I can do some day trips, or me and the girlfriend can do some day trips. Hi, Susie. And collect some driftwood and stuff from the beaches of Lake Michigan. That would be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, if you have a bunch of chickens and a cow and all that stuff, you have to set it up where you can actually take a day or two off without starving your critters or neglecting your critters. So we'll have to come up with that kind of operation. I do have family members that live up there. Maybe they can cover me for a day or two, and I will of course exchange the favor. That would be cool. We should have a rather large garden, maybe not the first year, but the second year for sure. Grow a lot of root crops such as potatoes and carrots and maybe some cabbage and, you know, stuff that keeps in a root cellar, which I have to build, dig, make. So it should be some pretty interesting videos coming up. I appreciate you sticking with me. And, you know, hit the share button once in a while. Share it to Facebook or whatever. Any view is a good view. I'm not monetized or anything, so it's not about the money. I may monetize in the future, we'll see. But nowadays, you know, YouTube is, as you all know, pretty stingy with the sharing the ads money. That's one of the reasons I haven't monetized, because when you monetize, then you got a whole different set of rules you got to follow. So right now it's, you know, I can be pretty free-spirited on here. Show a firearm occasionally or whatever. And when you're monetized, a lot of that goes away. A lot of the freedom goes away. But it would be nice to have that option, you know. So, if you would, give me a sub, give me a thumbs up, pass the word. That's one of the more important things. Get more circulation. Hopefully more watchers. That would be cool. There you go. That looks pretty sweet. I think this is going to be a very nice piece. Where I had to cut into here, I think actually, instead of taking away, I think it actually enhanced it. You know, it gave it more, it pulls your eye up the piece. Look into the pretty wood. So of course, I will put up part 2, which will probably be a real short video of finishing up the inside. We'll put a few more coats on here and call her good for now till I order me up that Forstner bit. And I think I'm going to go ahead and order a, I think it's Sandomatic or Flexomatic, Sandoflex, because that would be great for getting in here. Because I had to do it manually with a wire brush, which left marks, and then I had to come back with a brass brush. And then a little hand sanding, so it would save a lot of time getting that critter. Plus I love tools. There you go, end of part 1. I'll be sure to let you know when part 2 comes up. I got a gorgeous piece out there now. I may even put on the lathe today that my neighbor gave me. It's a beautiful piece of walnut. Matter of fact, I'll show it to you right now. Hang tight a sec. There we go. Nice hunk of walnut, as you can see, and it's beautifully shaped. I'm going to come up with something, some kind of freestanding bowl, so and leave the branch nubs on there. Should look pretty cool. So look for the next video. I'll label it walnut. Ciao everybody. Play nice.